With all songbirds and lyrical legends, the Independence Calypso Monarch is here. And this time, we're doing it bigger than ever as we celebrate Grenada's 50th. Over $50,000 in prize money to be won. Show your patriotism, devotion, and love for your country with your original piece under the theme One People, One Journey, One Future. Don't wait. Submit your song by January 4, 2024 to the Ministry of Culture or email it to sco@culture.gov.gd. This is more than a competition. It's your chance to be part of Grenada's once in a lifetime Jubilee celebrations. Grenada awaits the next Independence Calypso Monarch, and it could be you.
I'm addicted to Kaiso.
Now, are you ready for an exhilarating adventure? Then look no further than Ride Excursions and Tours. Get ready to explore the great outdoors like never before with our powerful e-bikes. Discover breathtaking sightseeing tours around the island. Feel the wind in your hair and experience nature in its purest form. Now, whether you're a seasoned rider or a beginner, our e-bikes are perfect for everyone. Call us at 473-422-1011 to book your excursion or visit ridersebikes.com. That's ridersebike.com to reserve your spot. Unleash your adventurous spirit with Ride Excursions and Tours, where every journey becomes an unforgettable adventure.
Yeah. Welcome to Ride Along Live. Welcome to Thursday on the ride. As you come and go ahead and share up the thing. Share up the thing, share up the thing and say, I share. Hey, how you doing, Lydia? I've seen a whole different font. Tag a friend, tag your followers, tag everybody, guys. Today we have a very interesting and important conversation right here. Today's program is a response, right, to what has been a major topic. And I personally thought that this was resolved already, but obviously it's not. So this is a response to a conversation that we saw yesterday on a television program or radio program there in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where the proprietor or the owner, the person who runs the Miss Fluffy Universe pageant in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, came on and made certain claims about the pageant and about some of the contestants. Now, the contestants, two of the contestants are here and disputing the claims that was made against them in particular. Today we have the winner of this pageant. Her name is Miss Samanta Harris, and the first runner-up. So Miss Grenada won the competition, and first runner-up cannot. She is Miss Nigeria. They're here to share their story and express their dissatisfaction with the program itself, what transpired, and what is happening right now. Because in fact, earlier today, we saw a publication that went out that said, most likely, Samanta Harris may never see her duly won prize. The $10,000 that was promised and the $170,000+, I believe, that was promised in terms of scholarship. So there's a lot to discuss in this program. And we also must say that we do believe that Miss Williams, Pearl Williams, she may have a totally different side to the story. And of course, we on Ride Along Live, we're all about hearing all sides of the story. So this is clarification, but this is a response from their perspective. Keep in mind, there might be other perspective that is willing to share. And all of that we are willing to entertain and listen to as well. All right? So help me welcome, first and foremost on the program, she is Miss Grenada, and winner of the Miss Fluffy Universe pageant that was recently held on the 27th of October in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Help me welcome Samanta. Where is she, Harris? Oh, there you go. Samanta Harris, how are you doing? Samantha, are you hearing me? No. Samantha, your audio is bad. You have to go out and come back in. Samantha, we can't hear you, so you have to go back out and come back in. All right? So we'll sort that out. We'll fix that. And we'll get her back on the program. In the meantime, while we sort out Samantha, let me see if I could bring in the first runner-up in that particular competition. Her name is Kanat, Miss Nigeria. Miss Nigeria, could you hear me?
Yes, I can. Good evening.
Hi, good evening, Miss Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us. So there we have, Samantha, are you there? Samantha, we can't hear you. Samantha, we can't hear you. We can't hear Samantha. Right? We can't hear you, Samantha. So we don't know what changed because we was hearing you earlier. All right? Something wrong with your audio. So let's start with you, Miss Nigeria. Let's start with you. Talk to us about yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Miss Kanat from Nigeria. Who is Miss Kanat from Nigeria?
Okay, so I am a medical student here in St. Vincent. And basically, I've just been studying here. I've never been involved in any pageants or anything like that. How I even got to know about the pageant was, I think I was just at a shop, like picking up something, and then Mrs. Pearl approached me and told me about the pageant. So that's how I got to know about Miss Plus Size Universe.
Did you hear about the pageant before? Were you aware of this particular pageant before?
So no. So that was why I asked around. Because when she approached me and she started calling the prizes, I was like, I've never heard about this. Because I've heard about Miss SVG, but when she told me Miss Plus Size Universe, I was like, oh, I've never heard about that. But she was like, the show has been happening for years. So then I reached out to, like, certain people and I asked them about it. So I reached out to somebody that works on a radio station, and then he said, oh yes, he knows about the show, and she tried to promote it last year, but he was like, no, when I say last year, I mean 2022. Yeah. So he was like, in 2022, she tried to promote the show on their radio station, but even with everything, promotions, the show never happened. So he was like, he thinks because of weather or something. So when he said that, then the next question was just trying to ask other Vincentians if they know about the show. And then someone else said, oh yeah, he knows about the show, but the only issue with the show is if you want to be part of the show, you have to look for sponsors for yourself. Like, you have to look for someone to sponsor you. So he was asking me, oh, would I be able to get sponsors and all of that? So everything I was hearing about the show was, I didn't negative. Like, people were just saying, oh yeah, they know about the show. Like, but nobody ever made any comments like, oh, that show, are you sure you want to join? Like, nobody ever told me any negatives. So that was why I continued.
Right. What was your expectation? Like, what was you supposed to do or provide besides obtain sponsors for yourself and take care of that? Were there any other financial obligations that you had to put towards the show from your perspective?
Well, yeah, money. Yeah, a lot of money went into preparation because, like, we had to get sash, like, print our names on things, buy outfits and an evening gown, costume, hair, makeup. Like, a lot of spending went into for the show. But at the time, because I had told her that, like, I wasn't like going to be able to sponsor myself, so I had to look for sponsors to
Right.
help me. So pretty much most of the money I spent preparing the show were from my sponsors.
Okay.
I spent like over 600 USD. Yeah.
Okay. Samantha, are you there?
Yes, I am, Junior.
For some reason, Samantha, I'm hearing an echo that is not sounding good. I may have to bring you up on the phone line because your audio now starts to give a big echo. Yeah, it's not working good at all, Samantha. I may have to call you on the phone line and pull you in that way. All right, Samantha? If you don't have another device, we may have to do it that way.
Okay. Are you hearing me better? Hello?
No, I'm hearing a.
Are you hearing me better?
No. I'm hearing an echo. I'm hearing myself.
I'm hearing myself.
All right. So I'm gonna have to.
Let me see if I can log in from another device.
Okay, try another device. Yes, try that. All right, cool. All right, so we're trying to sort out Samantha because Samantha, she won the competition and plus a series of other categories, and her expected prize monies, which is supposed to be $10,000. We just learned today that she may never see those prize. So let's talk with Conat in the meantime, and while Samantha sort out her audio and stuff. So Conat, were there any red flags? You going into the program, you seen how things were going. Were there any red flags at any point in time that made you think that you should be worried about something?
Hold on, my phone is hanging. Let me try to sort that out. Okay.
Yeah, all right. Guys, sort out that audio and sort out that video issue because we want to get your full story. Again, this is
okay. So
yes. Go ahead.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I could hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So for red flags, yeah. So at some point I started seeing like I started seeing like she would say like lies. The first time I started questioning her, and she okay, the information she gave us based on like the prize money we were going to get here. So I think like leading up to the main day of the show, People's Choice Award, where you would like vote for your favorite contestant. So when the voting started, she actually did not send a link to me. Like she didn't, like it was so because it's like nobody about the People's Choice voting. Like she personally didn't tell me, oh, in Nigeria there is going to be People's Choice votes. She didn't say anything about that. I saw a post. It's like I think I saw a post saying that had to do something with voting, right? I think she randomly just posted it on her WhatsApp status. And then I'm like, okay, why didn't she send this to anybody? Like, what's going on? So when the voting started, and I then asked her, I was like, oh, I saw in the information you sent that there is a prize for first, second, and third for the People's Choice Award. And at that point, I think Sa was leading and I was second. So when I saw the prize money, I was like, oh, the second person gets, I think, 5,000 EC dollars. So prize, I was like, okay, that's not so bad. If I come second in the People's Choice, at least I would win something. I messaged Miss Pearl, and when I said that, oh, I just wanted to reconfirm because I was like, I noticed that there is 3 different positions, second and third. Then she told me that no, there's no money for second winner or third winner, that it's only one winner. Like only one person would win and only that person would get money. But then she was like, the person would get 10,000, the person would get a bag of like a hamper with random gifts, like makeup, perfume. Saying that, I was like, but that's what information you sent though. You put 10,000 EC there. So why are you saying you're going to give us a bag with makeup and then she was like, mistake that she sent it to only, that's wrong information to only me, that the other contestants, like I think she's like, they have the information. That it was a mistake. But then I later saw that Miss Samantha posted the same information that Pearl sent to me that she claimed was a mistake. So I was like, was it really a mistake, or you intentionally sent this information to, like, because I mean, if you're going for a show and you see the prize more, it will give you that enthusiasm to want to join the show. I'm like, intentionally send this, and now that we're already kind of invested in the show, she's changed her words and say, oh, it was a mistake from her team, that she's going to send us an apology later, which we never received. I never received any apology later and any letter stating the new price for, maybe People's Choice or anything. So when that incident happened, I started having doubts, because I'm like, everything she was saying it wasn't matching. So I started questioning her, but then I was like, I'm already kind of like 1 foot in, so I'm like, okay, let's just see how this ends up.
Yes. All right. Stick up here because there's so much information. I want to get Samantha on this. Samantha had some audio problems earlier. If it doesn't work this time around, we'll have to take Samantha on audio. Let me see. Ooh.
Hi, Junior.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, Junior.
Samantha, for some reason, your device is giving me a feedback. I keep hearing myself back.
I'm hearing you.
I know, but I'm hearing myself.
Is it better?
No, it's not. All right, let me call you on the phone, Samantha. Let me call you on the phone right now. Let me call you on the phone. Okay, guys, stand by. Let me bring in Samantha so she could tell her side of the story. Very importantly, it needs to be shared out there. Let me call her on the phone line so we could get that on. Stand by, guys. Yeah. Stand by, guys. And we're also going to give everyone an opportunity to call in, because we do know that there are a lot of people out there who may have a different side to the story. It may have a similar occurrence to what happened from their side of the story. So we're going to give you guys an opportunity to call in as well. Let me call Samantha right now on the phone, so that would be a better connection in terms of audio. Let's try that. Hi, Samantha, are you there? Hold on. Samantha, are you there? Samantha, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Junior.
All right. Okay, Samantha.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, good. Samantha, sorry, for some reason we were having some connection problems with you on the video, but we could hear you right now. So, Samantha, tell us about, how did you learn about this pageant?
So, how did I learn about Miss Plus Size Universe? We had a pageant in Grenada, which was Miss Covey Grenada. And one of the prizes from Miss Covey Grenada is whoever won was getting a chance to take part in Miss Plus Size Universe. However, I did not win Miss Covey Grenada. I came second runner-up. The winner could not have made it for whatever reason. Also, the first runner-up. So it was passed on to me, and I accepted it. So this is how I knew about Miss Plus Size Universe.
Okay, all right. So you joined. What was your obligation? What did you have to do in order to qualify, to register to be a part of this pageant?
So to be a part of Miss Plus Size Universe, we needed to pay a registration fee of $2,000 US before we entered the pageant.
Hold on, 2,000 EC or 2,000 US? Did I hear you right?
2,000 US.
You have to pay 2,000 US just to be just to register.
Okay. Yes, 2,000 US. It was for registration fee, your hotel accommodation, and your meals while being in St. Vincent.
But hold on, Samantha. But when you hear that 2,000 US, did you second think about entering at all? 2,000 US is a lot of money. Like, what made you go forward with it, and you have to spend 2,000 US, and you don't even know if you'll even place, and then you have to travel to another country too?
So the 2,000 US was for myself and my chaperone. That was the person doing my makeup, helping me get ready and stuff. So that's what the 2,000 was for, both me and her. But Junior, the prices for the show had sounds really, really interested. So, you're going out there to do your best and hoping to win. So to me, 2,000 US was like not much for that, because I know of other pageants where you have to pay at least 10,000 US to register.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
2,000 US was the entrance fee.
Yes.
What did it tell you as what was the price for the first place, as far as from what you understood?
So the price for the first place was $175,000 worth in scholarship and 10,000 US. And also, if you won the People's Choice Award, was another 10,000 EC, which I won as well.
Wow. So up front,
So
the
that is
winner
why I
get
pushed so hard.
10,000 US. That is 27,000. So that looks good. Spending 2,000 US, a little under 7,000 EC. You could possibly win 27,000. Okay, I still would be skeptical. Okay, so you entered. You paid. Tell us when you registered, how much did you pay and when did you pay it? And what was the obligation from after you paid that money?
So what happened, Grenada was the last person to be involved in the show. We was very late. So we had only 9 days leading up to the competition. So when Mrs. Pearl Williams reached out to us and she told us it's 2,000 US, but however, we can make a down payment and we can pay the rest on arrival in St. Vincent. So the first payment I sent to Miss Pearl was 420 US through Western Union.
Okay.
On arrival in St. Vincent, I gave Miss Williams the additional amount of money to the 1,000 US.
Right. So let's get it right. The obligation was to pay even before you get to St. Vincent. So there was a prerequisite to pay X amount of money. What about a contract and an NDA? What about the contract and what about the NDA? The non-disclosure agreement.
Okay, so Miss Williams sent us the contract and also the NDA.
Right.
The NDA, she stated that the NDA should sign before we left Grenada the morning of the 28th of October.
Right.
We did sign the NDA, so our NDA is signed by two parties, myself and Miss Williams.
Yes.
However, up to this date, Miss Williams has never signed her end of the NDA, and also, so we keep reaching out to Miss Williams. for her part of the NDA and the contract, and up to date, none of it has been signed. The contract that Miss Williams wanted me to sign as the winner, most of the thing in the contract was not up to date. The date of the contract that Miss Williams wants me to sign is a contract from 2001. So when myself with my management team went through the contract, we realized that's a contract from 2001. And most of the things in the contract was not adding up. Hence the reason I did not the contract, neither the NDA. And yesterday, I'm watching Miss Williams on her radio interview in St. Vincent, where she's saying, I am now dethroned.
Right.
Up to now, I have not heard this from Miss Williams.
Yeah. Okay. I want to get to there, but hold on. Coming back to the NDA, the non-disclosure agreement, I can understand because they want to ensure, that you don't go out and talk about the program or talk about the show, or there's some stuff in the NDA. Most people do it. It's not out of the ordinary to have an NDA signed. Non-disclosure agreement, that is perfectly fine. I understand that. Do you remember what was enclosed in the NDA? What was in the NDA?
No, not really. Most of the information was going to my manager.
Right. Okay, I'm hearing a loud bang in your background, but okay. So you don't remember the contents of the NDA?
No.
Okay. And did you say that you signed it or you didn't sign it?
I did sign it, but we was waiting on Miss Williams to sign her end of the NDA, which she never did up to date.
Okay. I'm trying to get a copy of the NDA here. If I could pull it up. I see a copy of the contract. I have a copy of the contract, and I'm looking to see if I could get a copy of the NDA from the documents that I was able to obtain. I don't have it here, but if I get it during the program, I'll go through it a bit. Right. So your obligation.
I can send back the NDA for you, Junior.
Okay, if you could send that to me. So I want to take. Oh, I see it. I see the NDA. Okay, I see the NDA.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm going to go through it. Right. So your obligation was to pay this money, coming to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and you would be provided with the necessary amenities like place to stay and all of that stuff. Tell me what happened when you got into St. Vincent.
So when we got into St. Vincent on the morning of the 28th, Miss Williams was at the airport to pick us up with a taxi driver. We went up to the hotel. When we reached up at the hotel, Miss Williams asked us to stay in the bus. Sit in the bus, she's going to the front desk. She went to the front desk and I could have seen some tension within she and the front desk.
Right.
When she do come back and she said, okay, miss, you can go inside. So we went inside. When we went inside, the lady from the hotel came to me to sign the documents, and she said they had a little problem. My money has not been paid, which Miss Williams said Miss Trinidad needs to pay for me, which I already Western Union my money before entering St. Vincent. Part of my money before I enter St. Vincent, she did not pay my money. So she's saying to them now she needs to take Miss Trinidad money to pay for me. Here come Miss Trinidad arrive, and Miss Trinidad money has not been paid. So I got to stay at the hotel. Miss Trinidad could not have stayed at the hotel because Miss Trinidad money has not been paid. Also, Miss Dominica, when Miss Dominica arrived, Miss Dominica did not have a place to stay.
Right.
I and my team decided to keep Miss Dominica in my room. So Miss Dominica slept in my room with me and my team.
But what about Miss Williams saying that your full money was not paid? The $2,000 that was supposed to be paid by you were not paid. She said that you paid only $1,000. If memory serves me right from the interview yesterday, $1,000 was paid from you. When did you pay the other $1,000?
So what happened is, and I said that, I sent her the first portion of the money. The next $1,000 came from the government of Grenada. And my designer, which was Tricia Grant Lewis, brought up this $1,000 the night of the show. And we had explained that to Miss Williams. So she got her $2,000 before the show started. The night of the show, Tricia flew in, and Tricia brought up the extra $1,000 what the government of Grenada sent up for me.
Okay, so from your registration, it was completed because you paid that $1,000. I believe that we have a copy of a receipt here. If I could pull that up.
I have the boat receipt.
We have a copy of a receipt, Miss Plus Size, Universe, $1,000 registration fee for Miss Plus Size. Okay, $1,000. Look as if it was paid. I have the receipt number here. And there is another one for deposit registration, $1,000. Okay, all right, cool. So that money was paid, completed. She have that money. So as far as you know,
yes,
you're good. Everything is fine.
Yes, everything is good on my end. I stand up to everything what she wanted. We did everything that we had to do.
Right. So any claim to the contrary that said that you didn't pay your portion is false, right?
It is false. It is false. Because we have all our receipt to prove. And also, Miss Williams charged me $2,000 stating that it would cover all the meals and our time stayed in St. Vincent. However, when the show has finished and we're getting ready to leave the hotel the Saturday morning, the hotel manager said that we cannot leave because we have a bill in the hotel for an additional day and an additional night.
Right. I don't want to go there yet. I don't want to go there yet. That is afterwards.
Okay.
So you got to the hotel. Okay. You were inside there. Then someone else came and they couldn't get into their room, so they had to stay in your room. Right. So you
yes, that was the.
Go ahead.
Yes, that was the night of the show. The Friday, Miss Dominica came and she could not have get in her room. But the day when I arrived, I get to go to my room. Miss Trinidad came the following day and she could not have entered the hotel because her money she sent was not paid.
Right. Now, during this whole thing here, you haven't started seeing no red flags yet, no? You don't really start to see like this is not going to right, no?
Yes, I saw some of the red flags, but remember, we did everything we had to do on our end, myself, my manager, my team. So we were just watching to see how it plays off.
Right. Okay. All right. Let's talk about preparation for the show now. Tell us about the things that that was planned for you guys. The week of activities or the week of extravaganza, whatever that was planned for you. What happened leading up to the show, before the show?
Okay, so before the show, we had a planned week of activities. So every day, we had a different activity planned, and only one of them came through.
I'm hearing a lot of noise in your phone, Samantha. There's a lot of noise. I don't know if your phone is very sensitive. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. All right. So go ahead. Tell us about the planned events and what you guys was expected and what you actually got.
Yes, so we had a planned week, as I said, with different activities like, dinners, going health fair, visiting the Prime Minister, having tours of the island and stuff like that. And I think two of it came true. We visit the Prime Minister, and the next one was the Botanical Garden. But we had to pay to get inside and to do the tour. But most of the place we went, Miss Williams would leave us and just go. So we all there by ourselves.
So
yeah.
From your understanding, Samantha, the $2,000 that you paid, that was supposed to cover meals and little excursions,
yes.
right, and everything else, right?
Yes.
Did you question her? Because I also heard you say that while you was in the hotel and you tried to get food, they were telling you didn't cover certain meals as well.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. So that is when we start seeing most of the red flags, because anything we took in the hotel, bill was sent to my room. And I had to clear all of the bills before leaving St. Vincent. I have all the receipts with me.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me put everybody up to speed, guys. You're watching Right Along Live, and we're talking to Samanta Harris. She was a winner of Miss Fluffy Universe that was held in St. Vincent and the Grenadines on the 27th. Her allegation is that, there was so much red flags from the beginning that she didn't take action to, but it turned out to be a lot of inconsistencies in the program. Right, when she got to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, she ensured that all her monies were paid. Nevertheless, things was just not going right. Things that was planned to happen did not happen the way that she expected it to happen. And the contestant nonetheless went into the program. Right, Samantha and the team was expected to have a week of excursions and activities and independence celebration and meeting the Prime Minister. All of this stuff was shady, to say the least, right? Samantha, tell me about the experience going in to meeting the Prime Minister, and how did that work out?
So the experience going in to meet the Prime Minister, at first, we was very excited. I was very excited, to meet St. Vincent Prime Minister. Upon arrival at the front desk, Miss Williams said who she was, and we're here to see the Prime Minister. So they went in, they came back, they said they wasn't expecting us. And she was like, yes, I sent an email and I called. The lady then went back inside, come back out and said, no, we didn't receive any email or any stuff, expecting you guys. So we had to wait. We wait for like about 45 minutes. And then the lady came back and she said, okay, he's coming. And then Mr. Ralph came out and greeted us in the walkway and then invited us inside because they had cabinets going on. So he invited us inside. And when he invited us inside, he was very happy to see, all the beautiful ladies. And then we stated that we're here for the plus size international pageant. And he was like, oh, I didn't even know that pageant was going on. And then Miss Williams said to him, I sent an email, I sent a letter and stuff. However, they accommodated us because he also said to us, if I knew you ladies were coming, you guys could have had lunch with us. So they did not know that we was coming. When I said I was from Grenada, he was very excited. He gave me his regards to bring back for the two Michels, our Prime Minister and our opposition leader. He was very excited to have us with him.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying that the arrangement to meet the Prime Minister didn't even know you guys was coming?
No, he did not know we was coming.
What about the independence celebration?
Also, the independence celebration, Miss Williams said that we're going to go to the independence celebration. We would be seated and stuff. The taxi driver just dropped us at the independence celebration, and he and Miss Williams left. So we was just there wandering around for ourselves until she sent the driver to come back for us.
Okay. All right. So this definitely, as far as from your perspective, this is not going as planned, right? What you expected,
Nope.
You expected all these things, it's not happening. Did you have a conversation with Miss Williams to tell her your dissatisfaction thus far?
Yes, we did. We did. But Miss Williams is someone that when she speaks to you, you would believe everything that she says.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, the leaving you guys at the independence celebration and just having to wonder, that's a big deal because you guys not even from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You had international people that came in from other countries that don't even know their way around. What did she say? Why did she leave you guys there and just leave you to wonder and just go about her way?
She said she was trying.
Huh?
She said she was trying to organize stuff for the leading up to the show. She was trying to organize stuff. When we was at the parade, people was asking us for like tickets to buy. So, I start saying to people, we're here for the show and the show is happening on Friday at Porter's Estate. So they're asking us for tickets for the show. Up until now, I haven't seen a ticket for the show. So I could not have sold any tickets.
Right. All right. Let's talk about the show itself now. Let's talk about the show that was held. What was the turnout of the show from your estimation? What you thought about the turnout and how did the show went from you being a part of it? How was the show?
The turnout of the show was not great. The turnout of the show was not great. Yesterday, I heard Miss Williams saying on her live that the show had at least 50 to 100 people. That was not true. The show had at least 15%. I would be honest.
50 or 15? Because she said 50.
15.
15.
Yes.
15 as in right after 14?
Yes, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Interesting, because she said it was like about 50 to 100 people. That's
not true.
Okay, so it was a poorly attended event. What about the organization of the program now? The categories and how it was presented and all of that stuff. Did you guys have take issues with the coordination of the program?
Junior, yes. The show did not start until like 10 o'clock the night.
Uh-huh.
First of all, the judges wasn't there.
Why mean the
Thank you so
judges? Why
much.
mean the judges wasn't there?
She was waiting on the judges. We had one judge there. We was waiting on the additional judges to show up until they did, but it was very late. So the show started very late.
No, again, that sort of contradict the response what Miss Williams said on our program yesterday, which we're going to clip a piece of it and put it on the program. She said that the turnout was about at least 50 people, or 100 to 50 people in the audience. And you're saying that it's 15. That's a far cry from 50 or 100, right? Nonetheless, you were saying?
I said you can ask Miss Connor the numbers, and I guess she would be willing to tell you.
Okay, all right. So let's see if we could get back Connaught on again. All right, let's see if we can bring in Connaught again. Connaught, are you there? All right, we have a connection with Connaught as well. When she comes in, I'll see her. So at the end of the show, Samantha, you won. What categories did you win, and what was your expected prize for winning in these categories?
So the categories that I won, the first one was the People Choice Award.
Right.
The second one, I won Best Evening Wear, Best Speech, and also I shared talent with I tied for talent with Miss St. Vincent and winning the overall crown.
Right. Okay. So you expected now, because it was very clear that the winner would get $10,000 US based on what you understood, based on the promotion of the event, right? 10,000 plus 170,000 and the scholarship as well, plus another 10,000 EC. So you was expecting to win rack out of it. When were you supposed or expected to get pay?
So what Miss Williams advertised was the night of the show, I should receive the first portion of my prices, meaning I should receive, like she said, the money should be paid in 3 phases. The money should be paid in 3 phases. So for the 10,000 US, I should receive 3,000 plus on the same night, with gift basket and other stuff, which we never received. The only thing we received on the night of the show was the crown and a trophy.
Oh. So the $10,000 was supposed to be, broken up into 3 payments, and at least $3,000 should have been paid on that night.
Yes.
Okay, that was on the contract, right? That you signed, but that she never signed.
She never signed. No, she never signed.
Right. What other obligation did you hear of, know of, or found out about that you had to do? Like, I heard that you were obligated to sign a winner's contract. When did that come into play?
Yes. So after the night of the show, I supposed to receive the winner's contract the night of the show.
Right.
I never received the winner's contract until 3 weeks after the show.
Mm-hmm. So that was never presented. Go ahead.
Yeah, I received the winner's contract 3 weeks after the show. And when we went through the contract, things that was in the contract, it did not happen. So I could not have signed a winner's contract.
Mm-hmm. Tell me a couple of things that the winner contract had in there. Like what? Give me an example.
So, for example, the winner contract had whoever win have to stay on the island for at least 2 to 3 days. That never happened. The winner contract had whoever win would get part of the prize money on that night. It never happened.
Right. I see. So and the winner contract stipulation, from her perspective, it never happened. That payment was never made to you up until 3 weeks. Even 3 weeks after, it never was paid. So you decided that you're not going to sign it.
Yes, I decided I was not going to sign it because if I'm going to sign the winner's contract, I would be lying because I didn't receive anything what she said was in the contract.
Right. Okay. All right. So tell me the conversations now that you had with Miss Williams, because there are claims that you had some voice notes or some interaction with her after you won the contest. What was some of the conversation?
Yes. So some of the conversation was like, she said to me, Miss Grenada, I'm still waiting on some of the sponsors. So the prize giving award would be on November the 30th. So she would like for me to bear with her, as she put things in place, put things together with she and the sponsors. So here comes November the 30th. Miss Williams did not reach out to us. So I decided to reach out to her as the queen. When I reached out to Miss Williams is saying to me that she did not have all the sponsors on board because of the financial difficulties. COVID just gone, so some of the sponsors pulled out. However, she never said that to us. So she says she's working on getting some new sponsors. So she will have another prize giving date, which was in December. When December came and we reached out to Miss Williams again, she said that she's speaking to her people in her head office in Trinidad. So when she got back to us like a week after, she sent us a new prize date saying prize giving award would be February 24th. And that's when we get really serious and realize, look, this is a game.
So prior to the February 24th date, there was 2 previous prize winning award ceremony that's supposed to happen that never happened?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. When did you learn of the last date? When did you find out about the February 24th date? What is correspondence sent out to you?
We learned about the February 24th date, the 21st, the 21st of December. Daria.
Right. Samantha, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Right. So, oh, Lord have mercy. We need to hear from Miss. We need to hear from Miss. From Miss Williams. We really need to hear from Miss Williams. But because based on what was said yesterday, and based on what we're hearing today, is 2 different stories. I don't understand. This is 2 separate and 2 different stories. Right. So again, we open up the platform and we open up for Miss Williams if she want to call in now. Or if she want to call in, that's not her calling, but if she want to call in and come on and explain some of these accusations, we open up to that as well, all right? So, Samantha, we was told yesterday via the interview that because you didn't sign the contract, the winner's contract, the stipulation in the contract, you basically forfeit your claim of the prize. Were you told about that before? Did she have conversation with you about your obligation to sign? And if you don't sign, how you would forfeit your prize? Did you have that conversation with Ms. Williams prior?
No, never had this. Williams, never had this conversation with Ms. Williams. Because Ms. Williams needed to send me the updated contract, which she never did.
Right.
Remember, I said to you, the contract that we have is a contract from 2001.
It's an outdated contract. I understand.
Yes.
So as far as you know, you signed the contract, but she never signed the contract. So you don't have a contract. You don't have a signed
Yes.
contract.
No.
Right. That's not good.
At all.
I'm no lawyer, and I'm sure we'll hear from some legal advisors who may call in on this. But there is no official contract if there is no two parties' signature to the contract and the obligation of the contracts.
Exactly.
And the NDA was the same thing.
Same thing with the NDA, so we cannot proceed.
Right. Okay. I'm sure we'll hear from some legal advisors on this. So here we are. Ms. Mason making claims that you forfeit your prize money because you didn't sign the winner's contract and because you went against the non-disclosure agreement by making some claims and calling her scam on social media. That was, I believe, an excerpt, or don't quote me on it, but I believe those are some of the things that was uttered in the part of the interview yesterday. What after that point, did you have any conversation with Miss Williams? What's happening from here?
Yes, I'll be honest. After Miss Williams had her program yesterday, she tried reaching out to me and saying, oh, you guys should send me a letter. Yes, I know I'm wrong, but you guys should send me a letter instead of going to the media and stuff like that. But she was not reaching out to us, so we was feeling like we're being abused.
Right. So she reached out to you yesterday?
Yes.
And we was also told yesterday that the date of the 24th of January or February, let me see if which was it? The prize winning ceremony would be on the February the 24th. Was it February or January?
February the 24th.
February the 24th at 6 p.m. at a place called Grenadine's House? Grenadine's House Hotel. February 24th, 6 p.m., all-inclusive cocktail. Please be seated by 7 p.m., dress code formal. Ticket price, $170. I don't know if that's EC or US, but I'm assuming that is $170 EC. But later we found out that Grenadine House, they put out a statement, and they want to distance themselves from Miss Williams. They said that they know nothing about this, and they don't want to have nothing to do with this event. They don't know nothing about this event at Grenadine's House. So, what did she say about this? What was that? Was that a stunt? Did she explain to you guys? Why was she trying to set this up and have you guys in St. Vincent for the 24th when there was no arrangement with Grenadine's House for any such event?
She keeps saying that she has her receipt and she has her receipt, so we doesn't know.
Okay, Samantha, what are you asking? What do you need from Miss Williams right now? What are you asking? What do you want?
I would just like, at this point, just compensate for all the money that we spent, all the money that we invested. I would just like back those money.
What about your $10,000 plus your $170,000 plus the other $10,000 EC that you're supposed to get?
I mean, of course, I worked very hard for it, and if I can receive it, I'll be very grateful because I have a mom that is very sick and I'm the one that is doing everything and I invested so much into this. So if I can get this money back, I would greatly appreciate it. If not, just give me
Not
back
if.
everything.
But you won. You won. So you duly obligated to have it.
Yes, but if the way it's looking that she doesn't have it. So just give me back what I spent, what I put in at the moment. We would just like what I put in, what my management team, everything what we put in, I would just like it back. If I can get my winnings, I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, my battery is gonna cut off. I'm gonna have to call you from the other phone.
No problem. In the meantime, guys, let me see if we get back Connaught on the phone right here. And we're gonna open up the phone lines as well. 718-701-5720, guys. These are serious allegations that is being made against Miss Williams in this particular instant right here. Claims are being made that she is not meeting the obligation that she set forth. We got a caller on the line. Caller, you live. Hello.
Hi. Good evening, Junior.
Hey, how are you, my dear?
Good, thank you. I'm calling to share a similar story. In 2005, there was a Queen show held at the Grenada Trade Center. The promoter and producer of that show went by the name of Camille. So Camille had 7 contestants, myself included, from St. Patrick, and the show was held at the Grenada Trade Center. And Junior, it was only like the contestants and our parents at the Grenada Trade Center for that show. And I placed third. And to this day, I've never received what was promised. And what happened also, which was very strange, was that someone found our pictures on Grandans Beach. And I'm sharing this story because it seems to be similar to that of what Samantha experienced. This Queen show fraud is a serious thing, and it has been going on for a long time. But when Camille called, so the communication myself and the other contestants had with Camille, we later found out that it was actually a man pretending to be a woman. Now, that man works in the media fraternity right now, so I know who he is, but I have never confronted him on that fraud. And so we invested a lot of money, like our parents, because I was probably 18 years old at the time, and our parents would have had to pump finances into the different categories for the show, and we never got anything from it. So I sympathize with Samantha and other contestants for what they experienced with this Queen show, and I hope that some financial justice, surfaces from all of this for them.
Yeah, Ashita, let me ask you a question, because you've been in this and you know about this very well. Now, here Samantha is in this competition, and she was sent a contract. She signed the contract, but that contract wasn't honored by Miss Williams. Is Miss Williams still legally obligated to the terms of this contract, knowing that she didn't sign? I know you're not a lawyer, but I don't know if that you would know anything about that as it relates to contracts.
But because the contract wasn't signed, my opinion is that Samantha won the show.
Right.
So whether she signed the contract or not, in my opinion, she is rightfully deserving of her prizes, whatever it was. So it's not, and given that Samantha said the date on the contract was wrong, I would not sign a contract in 2024 dated 2023, for example.
True.
So she had all rights to reserve her signature from that contract, but she's still entitled to her winnings because she won the show.
Yes.
So this Pearl needs to get her act together.
Yeah,
she needs to get her act together and come publicly and address the situation.
I'm just thinking about if that's a loophole, if that is saying, okay, well, I never agreed, and that could be a mistake. That information that was on the promotion, that could be a mistake, but the contract said something different and she never signed it. So I'm just thinking if that is something that could be like, she never agreed to that.
I understand what you're saying, and I think you have a point there. So maybe a legal mind
Yes.
could chip in there. But I think the show happened. Samantha won, and so she's deserving of her winnings despite the situation with the contract, I think.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ashida. I
Okay,
appreciate you. Thank you so much. 718-701-5720. We're talking about this issue, guys. Very, very, very serious issue. Caller, you live. Where are you calling us from?
Hi, I'm calling from Brooklyn, New York, and I'm one of those who survived Pearl Williams. And I'm going to follow in my good brother Cat Williams' footsteps and make 2024 the year of truth.
Sorry?
It's been a very long time since this happened, but I was in a show Pearl had in 2004.
Okay.
Miss Big and Beautiful International. It was held in Villa, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Uh-huh.
I was subjected to a lot with Pearl. So I'll start by saying I have a skin condition called eczema, and during the preparation for the show, Pearl spent a lot of time talking about my skin condition with the other participants. You know, my skin itchy, my skin this, that, and the other. And I don't think that she even expected me to win the show, but I won the show in 2004.
Right.
It is 2024.
Uh-huh.
And I've never gotten a prize from Pearl Williams.
Are you serious?
I got a trophy and I got a crown, which a couple weeks later, she took them back from me. She came to my home in Caliacua and we wanted the crown back and the trophy back for a show. But the story doesn't end there. Pearl, one of the things that she said for that year was that the winner would go forward to St. Thomas, Virgin Islands to represent St. Vincent in the Miss Bold and Beautiful International put on by Kevin and Kimberly Rodriguez in St. Thomas.
Right.
At that time, there was nothing in place for me to travel there in terms of like preparing for wardrobe or getting whatever in place. And I had to go myself because I was in my 20s. I was young. I was excited to go. Also, you have to remember this woman is messing with the psyches of plus-size women. Some of us struggle with self-esteem issues. So being in something like this was a big deal for me at that time. Mm-hmm. Right? I really wanted to do it. There was no sponsorship in place because of who my mother was and my father was, and people knew them in the society. When I went to certain business places who knew who I was a child of, they discreetly gave me things, and they said to me, don't let Pearl know because we don't want her to be coming to us directly because we don't think that you would get the things that we're giving to you or the money we're giving to you. Don't let her know. And we also do not want her coming to us in the future for any kind of sponsorship. So that was how I was able to prepare myself to go to St. Thomas. Got to St. Thomas, was pulled aside by the organizers for the show, Kevin and Kimberly, who said to me, we're not sure if you're aware, but you were supposed to pay a registration fee of US $250 was supposed to have been paid before you got here, and it has not been paid. At this time, there's no Pearl around me, and I'm in St. Thomas, in a foreign place, and the registration fee was not paid. So I had to call my mother in the U.S. to Western Union me the $250, which I had to pay her back because I was already in the country to continue to participate in the show. I had to provide all my own wardrobe for all the different outings they had, my own hair, my own makeup. There was nothing in place for me. The only thing that was in place was the same dress that I probably used for my evening wear in St. Vincent. I used it for the talent section. Yeah. And Pearl provided a carnival costume for the introduction section. And we did a DIY bathing suit situation for the swimwear situation. In that show, I ended up first runner-up and got prize monies. Who was there looking for some money? No, you was not, lady. You had not given me no prize for the show that you promised me to. You're not entitled to anything that I've won here. And what hurt me about the situation was all of the nasty things Pearl had to say about me to people in the public to kind of maybe get in front of what she had done.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems to be her trademark. I'm not the first contestant that she has basically run into the ground after they've won the show. Oh, they love man. Oh, they have man. Oh, they this and that. She always is and the effed up part about it is that somebody say, this woman has the gift of talk. That woman know how to talk to you, and she will convince you the sky is green, and though you're looking at it and it's blue. She's just that good. But it's been going on too long, and I have really tried very hard to stay out of the public view, purview in St. Vincent and the Grenadines for different reasons. But when I see this young lady and the other young ladies are in 2024 still going through the same thing,
Sad.
then more of us who have been victims of this woman need to really come forward.
Yes.
And be truthful. And I just want to say to Samantha, I am so sorry that you have to be dealing with this. But I'm sorry to tell you, I highly doubt that off her own accord that you're ever going to see any kind of money back. Your only recourse might be to actually go to a court, because this has been an ongoing thing with her.
But if
So
if this has been an ongoing thing with Pearl in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, why has no one...
Look, somebody in the comments just say she in 2009 still haven't got her prize. There's somebody from 2018 in the comments said that she's still waiting on a prize.
Yeah,
and when you hear this woman's name in St. Vincent, that's the thing that comes up when you hear her name, scammer. And that's just like an underlying truth that everybody just mutters about when we hear her name. Even with her mask ban situation, nobody don't play on mask. Like when you hear her name, that's the instant. If you look in the dictionary, you was to look up scammer, you might see Pearl's face there for illustration.
Yeah, Carla. But here's
allegedly, whatever.
Here's what I'm saying. This has been ongoing for so long. Why is it being allowed to happen? Not like you allowing it to happen, but why haven't so many people rang their...
It's been allowed to happen. Yeah, but I'll tell you what psychologically I think it is sometimes. And as I mentioned in the point earlier,
right?
When you are a little bit bigger than others in a society that seems to celebrate slimmer bodies,
I see.
And you're going in and walking in this world with... I'm not saying everybody the same. I could only speak to my own experience where my self-esteem was a little bit low and I was just happy to fucking be somewhere.
Right, I see.
Or to be whatever.
You feel vulnerable. You feel vulnerable.
You see the red flags, but you still don't see the red flags. And that's the hurtful part about this, is that she is not a plus-size woman, and she is out here exploiting the insecurities that some of us may have in order to turn a quick buck for herself. And that is really, really messed up.
Right.
And that is at the crux of the matter here. And right. I think it's in some ways also, like, legally speaking, I don't know what is in place to stop things like this from happening, because she keeps having the same show every goddamn year.
Yeah.
And it's like, why are we still doing this? Like, why?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't answer that for you, my friend.
All right, caller. I don't know what to say. I hope that your words has been echoed throughout the world, so people would learn from your experience. Thank you so much for calling. Got another call on the line. Caller, where are you calling us from? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm calling you from Miami, Florida.
Go ahead, Miami, Florida.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm just calling you to just make one point. I totally agree with Samantha for not signing that contract because I think a lot of people is missing the year of the contract, 2001.
Yes.
She's absolutely correct not to put her signature on that because once she put her signature on that, that's where the problem starts. So I think Samantha did a very smart thing. Read the contract, look at the date, look at the year, and did not sign it. Any contract that Samantha should be signing, it must be corresponding with the date of the show and the agreement that she and Miss Williams had. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, caller. Thank you so much. 718-701-5720, that's our number right here. And again, guys, we are opening up the platform to get Miss Pearl Williams' story on this right here, right? Because I'm sure she may have information that we are not hearing from the contestants or Samantha, so we're willing to hear that. Caller, you live? Hello?
Good night. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing, my friend? Who's calling? Or where are you calling us from?
I'm fine. Grenada, Lamode?
Yeah, go ahead, Grenada.
Yeah, so I was saying that is just not successfully on the young ladies in that participate. Because I know you was asking, like, if someone may have information, if that contract, if it could be taken to court or what have you, right? One of the essential elements of a claim of breach of contract or what have you, right? The existence of a valid enforceable contract, and if someone refused to sign a proposal or a contract, then definitely it's not anything that could be reinforced because it's not within two parties. It's not within two parties. So definitely the court will have nothing to work with because that individual name is not on that contract. And this is common sense. If two of us decide we're selling something or we're having a show, what have you, and you decide to sign and I decide, no, I'm not going to sign, then that means that I'm not in support of it. The two parties have to ensure that A sign, B sign. If that does not happen, then there's a problem. But the court cannot reinforce something that is not signed. Because what the court is working with is a document. The court is not working with, they say, the court is not working on TV based on how they had that show. The court is working with a document. That woman who had the Queen show, what have you, she signature needs to be on that. That is how the court gonna have something concrete to nail her. If the court don't have that, then it's something, I don't know. Thank you.
Yeah. No, I get you. I see where you're coming from. Thank you, caller. Thanks for your input. Caller live, where are you calling us from?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Yes, good. How are you?
Okay. I'm just calling to share my own experience, Junior. Like I said, this Queen show, not getting your prizes, melee has been going on like forever. I remember I took part in Miss Grenada Queen show in 2003. Mm-hmm. And up till this day, I have not received all of my prizes. And the issue wasn't the sponsors. The issue was my chaperone and the organizers had a problem, and I didn't get my prizes because of that. So that's been a situation that's been going on a long time in Grenada. However, I went to a Queen show in Canawan in 2009 called Miss Caribbean Fiesta. And it was a Queen show.
Hold on. But that wasn't that show didn't have anything to do with Miss Williams, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Okay.
Nothing. And the experience was totally different.
Okay.
I didn't have to pay for anything.
Okay.
The only thing I had to pay for was my transportation from Grenada to Canawan.
Okay.
The problem I had there was my chaperone didn't turn up because the Queen show was held Rainbow City weekend and my chaperone had a band or something. He didn't turn up. But the people, they were great. The sponsors, they accommodated me well. They fed me. They took us around. And when my chaperone didn't turn up, they even got a boutique from Canawan to offer me like my outfits that I didn't have.
Okay.
So it's a total different experience. They even gave us prize, like participant money. So I didn't win that Queen show, but we got $200 US for participating. I got my trophy. Everything went well. So like I said, it's always, you just have to know who you're dealing with when you go into Queen shows because it's, you just can't trust trust people. But yeah, if the people from my Queen show in 2003 are listening, I'd still like my prize, please.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Please pay her. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. All right. Caller, you live? Where you calling us from?
Junior.
Hey, do me a favor, caller. Turn your background. Turn your background down. It is killing me. Turn your TV. Right.
Calling from Calicut.
Go ahead, Calicut. Yes.
Calicut Glen.
Yes.
Yeah, Lord, Miss Paul. This is something that she always doing for the longest while. Always doing it, and people still falling for her tricks. I have contestants from since in 2004 haven't got any prize from her. Even self at Butex International, she still owing mass men money, mass men money. And all I just want Samanta to do is take her to court and sink that nail hard in the coffin. But Samanta, if you're hearing me, make sure you get every red cent, because she does this every bloody well year, every year. And you know what was whispered to me, Junior? It was whispered to me today that she said, Paul Williams say, 2 Queen shows and her mortgage is paid off.
Wow.
And that's not good.
Wow.
So Samantha, make sure you get your... Junior, we actually caught me, $2,000 to enter a show. The $175 scholarship plus $10,000. She is doing better than Miss SVG contest and pageant.
Yeah.
Miss SVG pageant don't give you that.
Yeah, I guess that's what got...
Samantha, make sure you get every red cent.
Yes. All right, yeah, we're appealing to her
Samantha,
as well.
make sure you get every red cent.
All right.
All right, then. Thank you.
Caller. Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. Got another caller on the line. Caller, live. Where are you calling us from? Okay, let's take us to the caller right here. Guys, again, we opening up the phone lines to hear your views on this. If you want to call in, the number is 718-701-5720. That's 718-701-5720 if you want to put your voice on this topic right here. You could also call in on WhatsApp, all right? Call in on WhatsApp, or you could call direct. The number on the screen, 718-701-5720. Hi, caller, you live.
Hi, Junior.
Hey, yes. Perfect person to speak about this.
To have.
Perfect person to speak about this, because you know everything about pageant. Go ahead. Make your point first, and then I have some questions.
My point is, first of all, that this is a recurrent decimal. It's the same thing happening 20 years apart by the same individual. I believe that Samantha has now to show herself as a true queen. She may have to forfeit her prize, but she may have to be the champion to make sure that girls are no longer duped by this young woman, by this woman. Okay, because it's been happening for 20 years. Everybody knows it. I think we have to do our due diligence. I have been in the pageant industry for over 30 years.
Yes.
The prizes alone that this woman offered raised numerous red flags to me. Some of the largest pageants in the Caribbean, including that of Miss JC's, where you have sometimes 12, 13 contestants taking part. The first prize is not near to $10,000 US. Okay, much less for a small pageant that's happening on a community basis, on a community level in St. Vincent. Samantha, you know you're my girl. I'm working with you on a future show. I'm going to tell you, you are going to have to be the queen of queens and make sure that no other young woman, because you just had a caller who this happened to almost 20 years ago. This is a recurrent decimal. With the age of information and technology, you have to now stand as queen of queen and make sure that no other plus-size woman is ever duped by this woman again. You know, that is all I'm going to have to say. There were red flags from the beginning. Any legitimate pageant within the region, from JCs to Miss OECS, all of these agreements are signed before you even get to the country of the hosting of the pageant. Okay? So we've got to chalk it up to experience. You've got to reign supreme as the true queen by ensuring that no other young woman in the Caribbean is duped or taken advantage of by this woman again, and you've got to do it by just what you're doing now, sharing your story. Look at how we're listening to this program, and so many young women are coming out who have experienced the same exact issue with this woman. Had due diligence been done, we would not be in this situation, but everything happens for a reason, and Samanta, wear that crown, make sure it doesn't happen to another woman again. That's my contribution.
Kirk, before you go, I have a question about contract. I have a question about contract, right? The contract was not signed both ways. Is she still legally obligated to take her to court or try to?
As far as I'm concerned, Samanta went to a pageant. She took part in the pageant. She followed all the criteria for the pageant. She won the pageant. She's entitled to her prize. Okay? And I think Samanta needs to take this as far as she can from a legal perspective. Samanta was all in the Honorable Prime Minister's office when she went to take part in the show, which means the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines was fully aware that this show was going on, and Samanta was an ambassador.
Yeah, but she said they
when
didn't.
She wore the
she said they wasn't. She said that they wasn't. They didn't even know that it was coming.
Exactly, but she was an ambassador for the country.
Right.
Once she adorned that sash that says Miss Grenada, and I believe that some sort of legal action needs to be taken. And I said, even if that doesn't go anywhere, the awareness and the opportunity that exists now for Samanta to champion that no other plus-size woman or any woman altogether will be taken advantage of again this way. This has been happening for 20 years, and Samanta, the onus is upon you to make sure that it never happens again.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Sitahal. And just on a programming note, guys, Mr. Sitahal would be the host of our new program coming up shortly. It's called the Wake Up Club, and we'd love to have you aboard and the family. Welcome, Kirk. Thanks
It's
again.
my pleasure, Junior.
Thanks
Chat
again.
later. Bye.
Keep in touch, yeah. 718-701-5720, guys. We'll take a few more calls. And here's what I'm asking. Here's what I'm trying to find out. Guys. This has been happening for so long, right? But why didn't anybody else before ring the alarm to ensure that it didn't happen the next year and the next year and the next year? Let's take a call. Call it live. Where are you calling us from?
Hi, good night. I'm calling from Barbados.
Barbados. Go right ahead.
Yes. Well, I have not been one of Miss Williams' contestants, but I've worked along with her over a period of time. And like the caller earlier says, what Miss Williams does is she preys on the insecurities of us big women. And that's why she keeps getting contestants every year.
Mm-hmm.
And the issue too is that when persons don't receive their prizes, they don't stand up and speak out the way Samanta is doing. I'm so proud of Samanta for this. Nobody speaks out, and she gets in front of the story quickly, and she starts to manipulate the general public against the Queen and tell them the person did this or the person is that and the person is this, so that by the time they decide to speak or they get so afraid to speak, because remember they're already insecure about other things in their lives.
Right.
So when she destroys and tarnishes your reputation, you're afraid to speak out against what she did to you during the pageant. So you just take it, you just bow out gracefully and you move on, and then she moves on to her next batch of praise.
So that's why nobody spoke out about it since 2001 and before?
Because it's what she does. And like the caller earlier says, when she speaks, she can convince you that mud is butter. She speaks like she's so sure of herself. She can convince you that mud is butter. And she picks the most insecure contestants and she rallies with them and she scoops them up close. So by the time the person who wins, they don't get their prize or whatever, and she starts putting her stories out there, the persons who she scooped up and kept close will be backing her with her stories. So you're afraid to speak because people are already looking at you a kind of way.
Right, I see.
So it's a manipulation, it's a mind game thing. It's con 101, basically.
I see. The funny thing is Samanta doesn't have a low self-esteem. I know Samanta. She doesn't have a low self-esteem at all. I guess she back up the wrong tree in Samanta.
And that is what, well, every day bucket will go well. One day the body must drop out. So Samanta is taking out the bucket body.
Yeah. Because what I'm seeing right now is the whole of Grenada rallying around Samanta. Media platforms, people are very upset. And I want to be very clear this. This is not about St. Vincent and people saying anything bad about St. Vincent. We love St. Vincent. We have...
No, I'm Vincentian.
Right.
I am Vincentian.
No, I just want to say, because I'm not Vincentian, but I love Vinci dearly. Our program is aired on our Vinci platform, ANN Network, and big up to Abbott. And we love our Vinci followers. So this is not about Grenada versus Vinci. I don't want people to get the wrong idea at all, right? We love Vinci dearly. This is not about Vinci.
I am hoping that the plus-size women who have been victims to Paul over the years, I am hoping that they would come forward and rally with Samanta and get this matter handled, because it's not just the plus-size women. There are taxi drivers who would have been in foolishness with her. There are persons, promoters who would promote events for her. There are lots of persons who have been victims to her over the years. So I am hoping now that persons would be more inclined to speak out now that Samanta has aired her story.
Yes, absolutely. 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 Thank you so much, caller.
Because it's ridiculous and it needs to stop. And she's not even Vincentian and she giving St. Vincent a bad name.
Yeah. We'll get to the bottom of it. Thank you, caller. Thank you so much for calling and sharing your input on this. We got another caller on the line. Caller, you're live. Where are you calling us from? Hello?
Hello?
Hey, how you doing, my brother?
Good night.
Yes.
Okay for the right one. Yes. So good night to the listeners, viewers of Right Along. And, I am one of back in Samantha here with the situation where she said that the visit to the Prime Minister. I am a follower of social media. There's a short video clip of her visit to the Prime Minister on his social media page. The Prime Minister of St. Vincent.
Yes.
There's a short video clip with her paying a visit to him, and he telling her, like she said, to convey his regards to both opposition and Prime Minister of Grenada.
Right.
Yeah, so going forward, like I say again, now contract-wise, the reality steps in that, two persons is really and truly responsible for signing a contract.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
But the situation here is that now, as I say, contract is a written document between two persons, okay, that we accept to go forward in doing this.
Mm-hmm.
The reality about it is, as I say, the tricky side of it, Paul would have held back. Apart from bringing a bogus contract, because as you say, the date on the contract had to be either changed or it was not changed. The year,
yes,
was not appropriate. And this gave Samantha the reason to decline from signing, which I think it is right. It is so right to do.
Yes.
But secondly, she went on to go along with the show because she's there on the invitation of Paul Williams to do the show.
Mm-hmm.
So the show went on, and as I said, there is things that can prove she was invited to St. Vincent and the Grenadines by Paul to be a part of the show. She honored the invitation. She did all that was required of her, and she was honored as the queen, the person who won the show overall. So legally, I don't think that any council should have a big problem with taking Samantha's case. A matter of fact, that case now may need to go to the Caribbean, the CCJ, because it's a whole, what you call a Caribbean event. It was held in St. Vincent. Yes. It's an event where contestants from the entire Caribbean was a part of it.
Yes.
So really and truly, Samantha, I think you have, I would say, a great majority with you. And we are there with you all the way in, and whatever way, I think from a legal standpoint, Junior, we can put our best foot forward and help Samantha to champion our cause on behalf of all of the women who've been victims.
Yes.
And those in the future we're going to guard against from this Paul Williams, who is really and truly embarrassing and taking our women for granted.
Yes. Point taken.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much for calling in and voicing your opinion on this. Let's go back to the phone lines. Caller, where are you calling us from? Hello?
Hello, good night.
Hi, good night, caller. Where are you calling us from?
Hi, good night. I'm calling from St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Go right ahead.
I'm calling on behalf, I'm calling in regards to the situation with Grenadine House.
Grenadine
my
House.
question is to Paul. Yes, my question to Paul is, how can you advertise a venue with no contract, no agreement, nothing, and then go and proceed to throw Grenadine House under the bus as if they had some form of agreement? They had no agreement with Ms. Williams.
Hold on. What is your connection with Grenadine House? What is your connection? What is your connection with Grenadine House?
I am a representative of Grenadine House.
Okay, good. Perfect.
Now,
Perfect.
I've had regular interactions with Miss Williams.
Yes.
What she asked for the prices. We sent her emails in regards to the prices. We've asked her for various information just so that we can provide a quotation. She never responded to any email. No email, no correspondence. But then proceeded to make a flyer with our name on it. Yesterday, she made some posts. Made some posts with the part of the email and gave the impression that we gave her a price and we confirmed. We did not confirm anything with Miss Williams.
Wow.
Miss Williams, we have no confirmation with Miss Williams.
So there was absolutely no arrangement.
There was no arrangement. Miss Williams never responded to any of the emails. How she can find the email now to post at her convenience? It's disturbing, to say the least. Miss Williams has no confirmation with us whatsoever. And then to proceed on social media and slander Grenadine House like that. Miss Williams, all I can say to you, please apologize. Just apologize. We can just end it. And Samantha, to you, get your prizes. That's all we can see. All right?
Yes. So at this point in time, if Miss William came to Grenadine's house and made good on the contract, is Grenadine House still willing to go forward with hosting an event or the award ceremony or any event for that matter?
Yes, we do not want any affiliation with Miss Williams and any show that she will host in the future for that matter. We wish her the best, but we at Grenadine House would not like any affiliation with Miss Williams going forward.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, caller. Grenadine House. And let me tell you, just a promo to Grenadine House. I've been to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and indeed, it's a magnificent place. Thank you so much. Grenadine House. Free promo, by the way. But how? Hold on, guys. Because I swear, I saw the flyer, big and bold Grenadine House on it. You have to have this. Let me send it. Let me show you guys on the screen. So I could pull it up on the screen. Let me pull it up on the screen because it's I don't know if it can't be an oversight that she didn't know, right? Let me see if I could pull up that flyer. There it is. There we go, guys. Miss Plus Size Universe International. Read with me. Prize giving ceremony, fashion show, venue, Grenadine House. February 24th, 2024, 6 p.m. All inclusive. Please be seated. And that's probably free promotion if the event was actually happening. Please be seated at 7 p.m. Dress code formal, ticket 170. So we did see Grenadine House on there, right? We watching Grenadine House on there. But here's Grenadine House calling and say they know nothing about her event and furthermore, don't want to have anything to do with her going forward. It's a nice flyer.
well designed. Wow. Wow. All I have to say is wow. All right, guys. This is where we wrap up. This is where we wrap up from here, right? Because I get the feeling that probably early in the week next week, we may have someone else, probably Ms. Williams, who would love to have her side of the story to help us understand all these contradictions. I feel next week we'll probably have to follow up on this story and hopefully get Ms. Pearl Williams on the program to help us wrap our heads around this whole situation right here. But it's sad. It's sad, guys. Let's take a quick commercial break. I got my final words coming up. We'll be right back.
Island in the sun. Look at how we've grown, how far we've run. 50 years we strong and more to come. More to come. More to come. We're going higher. 50 years we're blessed, we're forged in fire. Still reaching for more. Going up, going up, 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 up. Going up, going up, going up, 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 up.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money.
Are you ready for an exhilarating adventure? Then look no further than Ride Excursions and Tours. Get ready to explore the great outdoors like never before with our powerful e-bikes. Discover breathtaking sightseeing tours around the island. Feel the wind in your hair and experience nature in its purest form. Now, whether you're a seasoned rider or a beginner, our e-bikes are perfect for everyone. Call us at 473-422-1011 to book your excursion or visit ridersebikes.com. That's ridersebike.com to reserve your spot. Unleash your adventurous spirit with Ride Excursions and Tours, where every journey becomes an unforgettable adventure.
The Ministry of Tourism and Economic Development and the Grenada Tourism Authority extend a warm welcome to visitors and returning nationals visiting for Carnival and summer vacation. We do hope you enjoy your stay with us, and we invite you to return with friends and family to celebrate our 50th anniversary of independence on 7th February 2024. Tourism is my business, your business, our business.
Wow, it's Instacash Grenada. Imagine a game with no numbers to choose from, no draws to wait on, and you can play it every day, including Sunday. That's Instacash. It's fast, it's easy to play, and you win prizes instantly. Instacash. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA. Making dreams come true.
All songbirds and lyrical legends, the Independence Calypso Monarch is here, and this time we're doing it bigger than ever as we celebrate Grenada's 50th. Over $50,000 in prize money to be won. Show your patriotism, devotion, and love for your country with your original piece under the theme One People, One Journey, One Future. Don't wait. Submit your song by January 4, 2024 to the Ministry of Culture or email it to sco@culture.gov.gd. This is more than a competition. It's your chance to be part of Grenada's once-in-a-lifetime Jubilee celebrations. Grenada awaits the next Independence Calypso Monarch, and it could be you.
I'm addicted to Kaiso.
Yes, 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 yes. Lord of mercy. All right, guys. So, Right Along Live is an open platform, and we say everyone have a story to tell. So I saw people saying, Pearl should have nothing to say, but we feel differently. We really want to hear from her because there's too much inconsistencies. We have to clear this thing up. We have to understand and we have to clear this up from the other side as well because we believe, there's always 2 sides, 3 sides to the story. I mean, I want to hear Pearl. So Pearl, if you're watching, if you're out there, I know we spoke a little bit before the program, not this program, your show. So you have my number. Please give me a call and let's talk. All right? Guys, let me tell you quickly about JetBlue now. Let me tell you about JetBlue. So people ask me, so whoa, you in Grenada again? Yes! Because you know why? JetBlue is flying 2 non-stop flights from JFK to Grenada. Yeah, 2 in the morning and in the night. So listen, you have no excuse. Jump on a JetBlue flight right now. Go to jetblue.com and book right now. JetBlue, 2 non-stop flight from JFK to Maurice Bishop International Airport. JetBlue. Also, guys, listen, if you're in Boston, JetBlue fly on a Saturday from Boston straight to Grenada. Have no excuse. Fly JetBlue. Hey, big up to Lux Treasures. Why? Lux Treasures just released the love candle, the sweet candle, the celebration candle. Lux Treasures did it, guys. You have to get one of these candles, even if for independence, or not even only for independence, You can get it for any time of the year. Give it as a gift. Give it to somebody that you love. In fact, don't buy 1, buy 3. 1 for them, buy 1 for yourself, and buy 1 for me to hook your boy up. Get it right now at luxtreasures.gd. Guys, right along, we expanded. It made sense, right? So these are the Riders e-bikes, and it's available, will be available in Grenada for rental from the 13th. We have the official launch on the 13th. See the official launch flyer right here? It's a grand opening launch, or the grand red carpet launch, and that's on the grounds of the courtyard of the Esplanade Mall. And we're inviting all the riders to come along. It's an official event. You guys can come and be a part of it. But after the 13th, guys, you can now rent your e-bikes, or you could even do our Sunday excursion trails. So every Sunday we're in a different parish. On the 21st, we're going to be in St. Mark. So we're taking you guys to St. Mark, free buses to St. Mark, and we ride in, Jed. We ride in. And to eat, we're going up by the river, riding up by the river, by the reservoir up in St. Mark. And we're having some food right there, cooking right there, right by the river. You could take a little swim in the river, all kind of thing. So that's on the 21st. First ride is in St. Mark, but we only have limited space available. So ride excursion, book right now. I'm going to put the link on the screen so you could book right now and be a part of the first ride. Ride e-bike trails to St. Mark. We even had a t-shirt and thing, You got a t-shirt too. You can get a t-shirt too. Be in style. So you get your bike. Of course, you got to get your helmet. You get all your protective gears, and we riding. And for those of you who say, I don't like to pedal, you don't have to pedal because you know why? It's an e-bike. Yeah, you want to fly up the hill? Just put it in power and up the hill. Up the hill. You don't have to pedal. It's an e-bike. It's an electric bike. Yeah. So I want to see you guys on this. If you want to be a part of the first ride, the first ride is on the 21st. You could be a part of it for the 21st of January. Book now! Also, guys, let me tell you this real quick. If you have a business and you want to advertise it Right Along Live, yes, advertise it Right Along Live and reach more. Over 1.6 million views per month. That's a whole lot of people, boy. A whole lot of people. Advertise it Right Along Live.
Advertise with us and reach millions daily, weekly, monthly. Yeah, over 10 million per month. It pays to advertise with us. Reach more and let us send your business viral. Advertise with us and reach more.
Advertise with us and reach more. Right along live. Spice Buff, you want to go JetBlue? You want to head with JetBlue? Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being a part of our program today. On behalf of all our production crew here at Right Along Live, our senior executive producer Lois JJ, hardworking, woman in charge of the business, you know. And of course we have Kibbs, I tell you, woman in charge of this business, you know. And Gail, how you doing? Big up yourself, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being a part of our program. Please, if you want to advertise or send the word out, send your business viral, inbox us, and we'll tell you how to do it. All right? Good night, guys. Catch you again tomorrow. Peace out.